when people make fun of the guy in a suit thing, they're clearly referencing like those early Godzilla movies, like
Oh yeah,
Showa era
100%.
movies.
Yeah.
And yeah, those haven't aged well. I don't think the special effects of most movies around that time have aged well. Like those effects got much more sophisticated.
100%. Yeah.
And I really want your opinion on this. Do you really think that audiences would prefer this CGI creation over the practical effects of the Godzilla movies at that time?
Do I well, it's tough, man, because like this is like the era where a lot of movies started going in that CGI direction because it helps you complete a vision more accurately, or at this time, what was more accurately than practical effects could. The amount of destruction that's in this movie, I don't think they could have delivered in an American blockbuster film without the use of CGI. And I truthfully
Yes.
don't think it ages that poorly.
Oh,
Some scenes
okay.
do. Some scenes do. Don't get me wrong. But there are I was expecting my rewatch to just be me laughing at CGI the whole time, and I wasn't. I think a lot of scenes hold up really well. But there are scenes that do stick out, just like any movie that would come out. This is not like Spawn, you know. I think it's pretty high quality what we get through most of the film.
Like I'm having this like real disconnect where you're talking about the level of destruction on display in this movie. And I like this is so small scale and so much less satisfying than any typical Godzilla movie. Like some of those movies go hog wild. Like some of those movies are insane. And I don't think
Right.
you could do a movie like Godzilla Final Wars, but some of the more restrained ones or some of the ones with, like the traditional monsters like Godzilla versus Mothra
Right.
or something like that. Like Americans weren't ready for Space Godzilla, but they were ready for something like Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. And let's talk about another kaiju monster, right? The Gamera movies were also crossing over to America at the time, the
Yeah.
new Heisei Gamera trilogy. And that movie was made with a fraction of this movie's budget, and it delivered something that holds the test of time more than any frame of this movie can.
When